What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Cyndi Lauper as we continue through this expanded version of her album Shine. Thank you once again to Seb. And the next track in the playlist is This Kind of Love? Yes, This Kind of Love. Obviously, this is the key here, and of course, when it is generalized in that way, we don't know whether the categorization or classification is positive, negative, or more neutral, but it sounds like there is some determination or identification of the character of love happening, and whether that is set in a way that the narrator is experiencing it, is manifesting it, is part of it, it is unclear, but of course any of that could be only a starting point, only the emotional color of a narrative between people, or a musing on the nature of human relations and emotions. So yeah, I feel like this could go more narrow and specific and particular, or more general. Maybe it could be both, meaning it could be about a specific narrative, but perhaps articulating themes that are then held to be more broadly human or found in many different personal tales. So yeah, I don't quite know what to make of it, but let's give it a listen. This is Cyndi Lauper. The tune is This Kind of Love, and it's from the expanded version of her album Shine.
Shouldn't dream at all. I saw a dark cloud. Looks like if I was us around, it doesn't take that much, you know, to make it tumble down. How did we ever go from being so happy to suffer alone and be strong, just so we can keep on keeping up? This kind of love ain't right, won't take us through the night. Something
like some spacey electronic noises in there in what is otherwise a soulful. I'm trying to think how to categorize it, which is funny, right? The song is indeed about categorizing a love that she and her seeming longtime partner are feeling, but not in a good way. More on that in a moment. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I see the phrase adult contemporary thrown around because this feels like it's not quite soul music. It's not what I normally think of when I think of pop music. It's not really funky. I guess there's a bit of funk sound in there. But yeah, it has this kind of like nighttime on the radio feel, which is why my brain is going to that phrase that I don't quite know how it's used. But either way, again, it sounds very different than her 80s stuff. It sounds different from some of that soulful, like a bit trip hop, a bit R&B sound that we heard from some of the stuff in the 90s. So yeah, it feels a very evolved kind of sound. I enjoy her vocals, which do have a bit of soulfulness to them, though also there's a melancholy that comes across, which seems to be very much growing out of the lyrical theme, which not only is telling a story, but there's some visuals, the idea of this dark cloud that's following them around, and she thinks they need to get out of the rain, but she seems to be saying, like, we need to stop trying to carry this on just for the sake of carrying it on. And I used to think that I would die for love, but now I think it's actually better to live. That, and what is this, the phrase she uses, like, some people think love equals pain or something like that. So yeah, it sounds like a relationship that has gotten into a bad way and they're kind of stuck in a rut, and even though they're trying to perpetuate it, she's saying, like, the love that we have, this kind of love, it's not even one that can get us through the night. It's not even one that is worth carrying on. And she's saying, this kind of love ain't right, and neither for you or for me. So she seems to be saying, let's stop pretending that this is normal, that this is healthy or fruitful. And, for the sake of us surviving, let's walk away from it. Let's get out of this rain. And, perhaps then we can both move on. We can both become more full again emotionally. But yeah, so it sounds like someone who is coming to a realization, and thus the idea of trying to characterize the type of love they've been experiencing, and realizing that it's not right, that it's turned into a bad situation, I guess, is part of the way she's going to deal with it. So it's like it's in the moment, but it's also prescriptive for her and for the other person. It's not like she's saying, I'm just going to get away from you, or, you're bad for me. It's like she's saying, this thing that we're sharing isn't what it used to be. And, she's even, I think, wondering aloud, how do we get from there to here? What happened in between? But either way, it seems like the underlying conclusion she's drawing is this isn't good, it's not right, and we got to try to get away from it. So, again, with a visual, like, storm cloud type of visual framing. Either way, I think it's a sweet tune in terms of her vocal delivery. It's a sad tune thematically, but I feel like the sonics hit on that, like, emotional complexity type of feeling. So yes, a cool one from Cyndi. Once again, shout out to Seb. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.